Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duet Night Abyss. Now, we are starting this video in a section you probably never thought you'd see me start a first impressions from, and that is the voice lines section. Now, there is a good reason for that, but before we jump into this, we better just wait until a minute into the video so the YouTube bots don't get us demonetized, and that is what I'm excited about in this one. But before we get into it, I do have to give Duet Night Abyss a massive shout out for sponsoring this video, and let you guys know this is a beta build of the game. It is not released, so everything you do see in here is subject to change, but can I just say my first impressions is quite fantastic and refreshing for what we're used to seeing in the gacha game space. Now, we'll jump back to those voice lines in about 15 seconds and take a look, but first of all, we are on a fresh account, so I've only got 3 characters unlocked, but they do a fantastic job of characters, presentation of the characters, and also customization. When we looked at the dressing room and stuff like that, you can see we can get different, headpieces. We can get different face pieces for the characters. We can get different, equips for the hip, and then we can get different attachments for the back as well. I really do like this. If we jump over into the weapons and we go to coloring, you can see we can actually customize all the different colors of our weapons. We've got like different color spots where you can adjust the colors, and I just think that in a first jumping into the game, having this kind of customization, it just feels really nice at the get-go with the presentation of the characters. But like I said, now that we're a minute into the video, we can actually go into the voice lines, and I can show you that as well, because I found this quite cool. So I'm going to crank the volume up so you guys can hear this a little bit better. But I jumped into combat. We'll go through combat in a sec. I jumped into combat with this chick, and Lynn is her name. And now I went in and I was like, okay, I think it was this one here.
Destroy.
Maybe this one?
I'm gonna kick your asses.
I'm gonna kick your asses. Okay, that's a bit on the fringe of almost swearing in a gacha game. I was like, okay, this is pretty solid. Then I was in combat, obviously failing the way I do and taking way too much damage, and then she popped this one out.
Fucking hurt.
Fucking hurt. I was like, no way they put that in. Anyway, I just had to put that in here at the start because with what we're used to seeing in gacha games, I was not expecting that, and it was an absolute pleasant surprise. But now let's jump into the rest of the stuff with characters, upgrades, combat, and all the good stuff. Okay, so the first thing I want to go through is movement in the game, because in these games with a big overworld where you're going to be moving around a lot, the way you traverse is something that is always key for me. Being able to enjoy that process is really important, and this game does have some pretty good traversal and kind of cheesy things that you can do to work around the traversal to make it a little bit more enjoyable. So obviously we can move, we can jump, we can double jump in this game, and then we also have a dash. Pretty standard. If you're not moving, you'll dash backwards. If you're moving forward, you'll dash forwards. And it has 2 charges. You can see it charging on the bottom right there. On the little control, you can see it scrolls up. It goes to 2. So those are the basic ones. Next, we can duck. If we press left control, we can duck. But if we're moving, we will slide. Now, if we combine that with a jump, if we're moving, we slide and then we jump. Whoop. You got to do it quick. You do the tornado, and that is infinite. You can do that as many times as you want, and you can keep going. Feels really good. So the basic, get around is the slide into jump, and then you got your dashes, and then you slide, jump, you got double jump, whatever you want to do. Now, the next thing that we do have is a climb wall feature, essentially. You just spam jump, and if you're on a wall, you can see if there's an edge, it will bring you over, but you can just climb the wall by spamming jumps. We also have chests over the world, so keep that in mind. You will be going exploring, getting some chests. Whoops, I did not meant to do that. But the next thing I want to go through quickly, we will do a combat scenario in a sec, but I want to just show you guys the basic abilities that we have, so that I can show you the next really cool traversal thing that we have. So every character has a melee and a ranged weapon. You can see I got my big scythe. That's my left click on my mouse. I got my twin pistols. That is my right click on my mouse. And then I can also R to reload if I want to. Now, you do have ammunition and you can run out. You get it by basically killing enemies. So I do like that little touch in it, but it does suck when you run out of ammo. Hence why this is the second time of me recording this, because I ran out of ammo before. The next thing we have is each character is going to have like a passive. Then they're also going to have an E, which is like their skill. She goes boom. And then they're going to have their Q, which is their ultimate. So hers, she changes mode and then she goes boom, boom, boom. And basically when she does this, anything on screen is getting melted by her bullets. And it's really cool. I like the dual pistols. I think she's got a pretty sick playstyle along with a pretty cool appearance. Now, the next thing that we have is a Z support skill. So we have these little, I call them pets. You can see my little birdie next to me floating there. Really, really cute. These have abilities as well. They have passive and active abilities. Now, if I press mine here, which is the Z button, boom, we get this supportive ability, and there we go. We get a bunch of extra gauge for our skills. That's pretty much the gist of it. Now, the reason I wanted to show you guys that absolute basics before I showed you the next traversal is because it involves the shooting with the right click. So remember that slide into jump that gives us the torpedo? Watch what I love stuff like this. Watch the cool thing you can do with that. Ready? Slide, jump, shoot. Now we get to infinitely fly. And as you can see, we're falling. We can jump. We can keep going. Even when we're reloading. It's really cool. We can go like this. We can go like this. And we can get all that way without even touching the ground. I think that is pretty sick. I really enjoy when you can do things in a game that like almost feel a bit dodgy. Like you shouldn't be able to do it, but I love the way shooting works in the air and you can just get some great range if you start from a high point and you can fly across the map. I think it's absolutely wicked, but that is the basics of movement, traversal, and basic abilities that characters have. So next up, I want to go into our character page, get a bit more understanding about how you upgrade your characters and stuff like that. So first of all, we have our character. You can see she is a pyro character. You can see that in top left. You can see all the elements that we have there. You can see that we got her different stats, pyro attack, so on and so forth. We go attribute info if you want to know what anything actually does in these attributes. We're not going to go too deep into here, but her weapon mastery is dual pistols. So ideally she wants to be using dual pistols, which is why I have those equipped to her at the moment. Now, each character is going to then have skills as well. You can see we've got her E, which is like her active skill, her Q, which is her ultimate, and then we've got her passive as well. So if we look at this one here, when not firing, gains 1 stack of preload per second up to 6 stacks. So when I'm using her and she's out of combat, you'll hear cha-ching, 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 and you'll see the little thing going in the bottom middle. That's what that is. When firing, consume all preload stacks to gain suppressing fire for a period of time. Suppressing fire increases the damage based on the number of consumed preload stacks. Cannot gain preload stacks during suppressive fire. So basically, if she has this period where she doesn't do anything, she's going to hit harder when she comes back into combat, and that is the basics that we have there. Then if we go to her other skills, once again, you can read them, see what they do, and then it does give you a little look at what they do. But if you want to know exactly like multipliers, timings, stuff like that, this is where you can find that. So you can find that in attributes, or you can go to skill info to see a general description of what her skills do. So that is the basics behind skills. This is your duping type system when you get dupes. So, you know, I'm not too stressed about diving into that. That is just your standard duping system for characters. Now, if we go into the next one, which is our melee weapon, this is where we're going to equip our melee weapon. Each melee weapon has different attributes as well. You can go into attribute info to find out more. And then we can also see the ability this one has. When dealing crit damage using this weapon, there is a 12% chance to reload the ranged weapon magazine to maximum by consuming the ammo. So we can reload with this one. And then if we go into the ranged weapon, which she likes dual pistols, that's this one. This is where she gets the dual pistols. So while shooting using this weapon, the user gains 1 stack that increases their attack speed by 10% up to 10 stacks. The effect duration refreshes when each stack is gained. When switching to another weapon, immediately removes this effect. So that you can see when I shoot, you'll see the rate of fire. Oh, wait. Let's reload. You'll see my rate of fire increase. See how I'm starting to shoot quicker? Pew, 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 pew. Boop, 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 and then we start shooting quick. You guys get the gist. That is the basic gist of those ones. So that is her 2 weapons. Now, we also have something called Demon Wedges. I don't think I've equipped any to her yet. So we have Demon Wedges, which is kind of like your gearing system. Now, we have Demon Wedges for your character. We also have Demon Wedges for your weapons. So you can see I've got my weapons one equipped. I kind of just summoned her recently, and I've been playing with her, and I forgot to equip. That's my bad. But as you can see here, we can equip Demon Wedges. Now, you can see this one's got a 5 cost, 5 cost, 4 cost. And you can see my tolerance is 40. So if I go ahead and equip this, you can see I'm at 5 of 40. You can read what the effects do. And, you know, I'm still fairly early. I don't have too many, so I'm not too stressed about this. But you can see max sanity, that is like your skill gauge. This one here, damage dealt plus 5%, attack plus 4%. This one, during the Helix leap, deals damage equivalent to 50% of the character's attack to nearby enemies. That's the slide leap. During that, you deal damage. So we can go ahead and equip these. And we can go ahead and slap whatever, and you can see we're still not even fully there. So this is your basic gearing system. I will do future videos once the game comes out, going deeper into guides and stuff like this, but you guys get it. That's your sort of gearing system. Now, the cool thing is, though, I can equip these to her, but I can also equip the exact same pieces to another character. That is what I really love in this one. Then we have her melee weapon here, her ranged weapon. You can see I haven't done her ranged weapon yet. And if we want to go here, you can see quiver. Now, there's going to be different... we're going to have different demon wedges for melee and ranged as well. So if you see this one, quiver, mag capacity plus 5%. That's going to be nice for her because as she starts shooting faster, she gets better value out of it. She's got the effect on crit that helps her, but that's on her melee weapon. So there we go. That's giving us some crit. Once again, more crit chance, which is always nice. Crit damage. We've got trigger probability for effects and stuff like that. And just also in editing, I forgot to mention that these are fixed stat rolls, meaning you don't have those annoying substat roles that you're going to go for. If that is something that you don't normally enjoy, these are going to be very, very nice for you. Now, this is her Hansel and Gretel, which, as I mentioned, we all have a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. Now, some characters will have an additional weapon which is tied to their character level. You can see it's bound. You can see it's got the gold. It's tied to her character level. And this is because when she goes into her alt mode, she uses those dual pistols, which are called her Hansel and Gretel. They're her special ones. And so you can also equip to give those enhancements as well. And you can get different ones for them. Not all characters will have these, but it's a pretty cool thing that they do have as well. So that's your basic, gearing equipment type upgrade system. As I mentioned, these Genimon, I don't know how we say it, but these are guys you will capture from around the world, and you can equip them and have different effects. You can see this one's equipped for me because if we take a look at it, passive skill, pyro attack plus 16%. I'm a pyro character, so why not equip it and go with that? So active skill, I more like it for this, getting the extra sanity, because at the moment I only have 2, so this one's just the better one. I definitely think I will find better ones, but that's the gist. You can also upgrade these guys as well by feeding those, but I'm not going to feed that yet. I want to get some more before I dive too deep into that one. So that is the basic character upgrade systems. Like I said, it's pretty clean. It may get a little bit overwhelming with all the stats, but like I said, it's pretty easy. Once you hit attribute info, you start understanding all the stats, and then you just got your basic gearing type system with 2 weapons for each character. And like I said, the really cool thing is that if I wanted to go to her demon wedges, for instance, I can equip the same demon wedges. So you can see during Helix Leap deals the extra damage. I can equip that to her. I've already had that on my other character here if I go to her demon wedges. So you can equip the same ones. And that is, like I said, a really good quality of life that I really do like. This chick's super creepy, and you can equip it to all your characters. I really do like that kind of feature, but that is the upgrade systems. Now I want to jump in and talk about combat. What I want to jump in and show you is some of the other combat, which is more like swarm type combat and different styles that we have. So if we go over here into the combat section, this is where we're going to do our standard stamina grinds. You can see I got the stamina up the top. We've got excavation. In this mode, you're essentially setting up a mining point, and you've got to defend it from enemies that come. There's all these different styles, but I want to jump in and show you just like a standard just wave of enemies where it's like, okay, let's just destroy a bunch of enemies, hack and slash style. This is actually really fun. Now, I hope they do have some way to expedite it in the future. Now, we do also have quote unquote teams in this game, because if I hold T, it gives me my loadouts, and you can see I can summon up to 2 assistant characters to battle alongside. So these guys will help me as well, and they'll just be in combat alongside me as opposed to swapping between them. And I think that kind of thing's really nice. So you can see them going in. Now, something else that I really like about this game, look at the tentacles, man. Something else that I really love about this game is the combo. You can see I'm on a C combo. I'm just going to do some spamming here to build up a combo. I'm not going to worry about too much else. And once again, you can use that slide into jump to get a quick plunge attack like that and keep going. But you can see I'm on an A combo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my weapon. Oh, that was a really bad spot. But I can throw my weapon. The idea is it does a lot more damage based on the combo that I've done, and then I could have it churning on enemies, but unfortunately I threw it into the middle of absolutely nowhere. But yeah, this is like one of the combat. You can see I'm at 19 enemies killed. I got my teammates helping me out, running some control over there, getting into this guy. For some reason, he is taking 0 damage. And then if we want to get into it, we can go ahead and there's not enough enemies. I'm just gonna wait for a few because I want to have fun and kill a bunch of them. But yeah, what I like doing is kind of like setting this up on a corner. So I build my combo up so that my hold ability does more damage, and then I can just build that up. And then once I'm pretty happy with where my combo's at, I go ahead and I throw it there. And then I just like let the enemies walk up. Now, unfortunately, my allies are there, so they're going to be interrupting them. But you can just put your ult weapon out, and it just goes ham. Dude, those tentacles are absolutely everywhere. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. We go into ult mode, and we spam it. I got my Z support move as well, which will boost my gauge. So now my gauge goes up, and I can just keep doing this for days. It feels so good, man. I love those types of abilities. But now I got to wait for my gauge to boost up. And as you can see, that is the basics behind combat. Yes, you do have technically teams, if you want to call it that, but they are just characters that fight alongside you, which I really like, as opposed to swapping between characters. I actually find it quite refreshing for something like that. So that is definitely something else in the game. And then, yeah, you got your standard skill, ultimate, and then, like I said, I do like the way the hold ability does boost based on the combo. I've just got to quit throwing mine in the middle of the map, but, you know, sometimes there's just skill issues that still happen when you're new to a game. All right, now let's take a look at a boss fight. Now, this is like a replay boss fight. They have the boss fights in the story as well, but they often lay out a little bit differently than what they do in these repeat fights. So my basic strategy is I shoot them with my E, and then I shoot them with bullets, and it gives me like a bleed effect. So let's just do boom. And then hopefully we get into the next phase of the fight. We can dodge anything she's got thrown at us. Now, my only issue is going to be ammunition. Okay, so here she goes. We're going into phase 2. I'm going to reload. I'm going to shoot those. I'm just going to go straight into ult mode. And I think I can just live through the tornado and just like kill the wings. Maybe I can't. Okay, we did. We managed to expose the weakness. Okay, so now we can smash some damages because I'm low on ammo. And then we can do this. Boom. And boom. And there we go. And then we can get like this. Oh, she's doing the lungy thing. Oh, she's doing the double lungy. She's doing the triple lungy. Yep. She's doing the lots of lungy thing. Alright. We should probably use our E, but we've got no energy to do so. I'm just going to generate my stacks down the bottom mid there. Alright. Dodge again. There she goes. Alright. Alright, here we go. So now we're going to use our little helper to get that, and then we go that, and then we go boom. Oh, dude, that tornado's bloody annoying. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pew, 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 pew. Weakness exposed. Perfect. Reload on the way. Then once we get low, we hit F now, and we just go boom. Kadoosh. And where is she? Whoop, she's doing the lungy thingy. Yep, alright. We can dodge that. And now we get the bleeds on, and this should be how we finish her off, I think. We should be able to just run away, because that's what I'm best at. Running away, not having to worry about any dodge mechanics. Let's do ult to finish it. Just ignore mechanics. Oh, we might have to dodge that, yeah. And there we go. That is just a basic look at one of the battles that we have in there. Now, that was on a lower difficulty, so it was a little bit easier for me, but they do have pretty decent boss battles with the mechanics, and trust me, when they're in the story mode, I was struggling my ass off in the story mode. So the boss fights really engaging different phases and stuff like that, but that is a look at them. So last but not least, I want to show you guys what we have for the summoning system, because it's something that I do like, which is that there are no 50-50s. So this one here is your beginner banner. If we take a look at the details here, you can see that we do have all characters on the beginner banner that you can obtain. There are 4 at the moment that you can obtain from this one. Your 5-star drop rate is 0.6%. And if we go to details, you do have this one by 50. So this one is a 50 pity because it is the beginner banner. Then we go into our rate up banners. Now, rate up banners, you can see it says 100% up. If we go into the details of this one, you can see that it is once again a 0.6% chance and a 90 pity, but there is no 50-50s. So if you land, if you get one early, It is guaranteed to be the character. There is no losing 50-50s in this one. It is a 90 pity, but no 50-50s. So I haven't seen anything about a soft pity, so I'm not too sure on that. It's not in the details, so I assume there is no soft pity. But for the trade-off of having guaranteed and not losing a 50-50, I'm happy for that trade-off. Let me know what you guys think. Same with the weapon. If we go to the rate-up weapon, the weapon is all you're going to get when you hit a 5-star. It is going to be that weapon. This one does have an 80 pity for the weapon. Then as we go to the standard banner, once again, we do have a 90 pity, but the standard banner has both characters and weapons inside it that you can obtain. So that is the way the system works. We'll go ahead and pop a couple summons. I don't have a ton because I kind of used them before the video because I just wanted stuff. Let's go here and pick up some. So it's 160 per summon. I don't have to get enough to get maxed. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy some rate up tickets. See how we go with that. Let's just do a few singles so we can show you guys what the animation looks like. We'll crank the volume up a little bit. Go ahead, into the hourglass, boom. That's gonna be nothing. Let's go again. Dude, if we could get another one. Ooh, purple, there we go. This, yes. Yes, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Hey, there we go, new 4-star at least. We will take it. Anything to go ahead and have something new to play with. But that is going to be it for this one. Once again, a massive shout out goes to Duet Night Abyss for sponsoring this video. And once again, this is in beta, so, you know, subject to change, but I will keep you updated on the game as it comes towards global release. Like I said, this one is very refreshing. I love the traversal. The combat is so refreshing, having the weapon. It's not many buttons to press, but I just like the combination of having a melee weapon and every character also having the ranged abilities. I just think it's a ton of fun. Plus you can do this, which just honestly makes the whole game for me. This, like, I don't know, am I stupid? This just is my favorite part. Being able to do that and just, I just want to climb the tallest mountain and go as far as I can. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.